Okay. Ayan. Hello, hello, hello. So we just set up our IG live and now we're also here on Facebook. So I'm so excited to do our first episode yet again for our Lighthouse series here on Clean Genius. So it's really good to be back on this is the fourth episode and this is the first ever for 2021 and this is also my first time on IG live and I thank Casey for it because she was the one who pushed me to do this on IG. So there. So for those of you guys who are not sure yet about what Lighthouse series is, it's actually a session for me while I bring bright ideas for you and your home. So I asked different people to join me, and today we have Casey. Hello, hello. I just put her in also here on Facebook. Yeah, hi, Casey. We're both here now on Facebook. There. So it's really fun and it's I'm not really a good person to multitask. So dalawa-dalawa talaga ngayon. So for you guys who have just met me here on IG and also on Facebook, my name is Ali Canita. I'm a professional organizer and an alignment coach of Clean Genius. So Clean Genius is a home management business and my main purpose is to transform lives one home at a time through coaching and consulting. So as an alignment coach, I help people free up their spaces and organize so it helps them feel good on the outside as they do inside. So today's topic is all about crystals. I've been wondering about crystals for a long time, and the good thing that we can also use crystals for the home. So it's really a good combination for today to do crystals and also taking care of our home spaces. So today, Casey, our beautiful guest for today, her name is Casey Aganda. She is an introvert, a psychology major, a light worker. She's also a designer and maker of accessories here in Made by KCA. She is an intuitive, a Reiki level 2 practitioner, and someone who is attuned with Seraphim blueprint energies. Fundamentally, she is a person who loves crafting, accessory making, and anything related to DIY. She uses Reiki angelic healing energies in the jewelry she makes to help people heal and manifest faster. She has been working with and studying crystals since 2016. For her, it is a continuous, joyful, and life-changing journey since then. So there you go. Hi, Casey, and thank you for saying yes to me.
Like like introductions in general are very
Mhm.
comfortable in general.
Okay, wait. I'm just a little bit echoing, but there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Sorry. Oh, yun. Game.
So yeah, hey, hello, hi people on
Hello, hello.
Instagram. So yeah, there you go. I think a lot of people are questioning why. Well, for me, I feel like I have to justify myself why I haven't um have a master for crystals na diploma. It's coming, guys. It's just that back in 2016 when I was really self-studying, and then right now it's becoming a backlog kasi um the course in certifications, parang I know everything, and then I'm lazy to take the exams. So my certification is upcoming, so yeah, there. mm,
Yay. So, talaga, you really need certifications for crystals? As
I
in,
think
like,
not need
gemology
naman.
levels?
Not need naman, pero I think people are looking for the certifications these days, so I'm taking a certification program for it too. So yeah.
Right, right. Okay, yay. So, what's your first tip for us for using crystals at home?
So I think I've noticed these days that a lot of people are really getting into crystals. There are a lot of newbies coming in for crystals, and then they're kind of lost. And then I think a lot of people, there are two kinds of people who are getting into crystals. One is that they don't know what to buy, and they don't buy at all because they're so confused. And then there's the second one who gets too happy and buy everything that they can get their hands on. So I think for both,
Number one yata ako.
if you're person number two, my tip is um just buy it one by one, and then if you are watching this video, you don't need to buy more just yet. So we'll help you go through some of the intentions that some of the crystals and intention for you to be able to use whatever you have right now. If you are person number one, um, sige, you can also listen to this and maybe it will help you decide on um, what you want to buy. So for the first tip is that um, the first tip this ever, I think this is the only tip that is very important, is that this is all about your intention. Whatever it is that you
Yeah.
want, don't um kunyari for it in a room, um kunyari, like for example, in your bedroom, you want your bedroom to be peaceful, relaxing, and then the way to maximize your bedroom is that you can get more rest. Yan. Or even if just 1 hour lang yung rest mo, you'd feel that it's an
Mhm.
8 hour rest. So it's
Yeah.
best to put crystals that is relaxing. Um, for example, like amethyst, rose quartz. The ones to avoid is the ones na pagka you read, it's energizing, take it away from your bedroom. So that's the first. So that's the first thing. Kaya when Ali mentioned it's creating intentional space, I feel like it was the word for, that's all you really need to remember when choosing crystal for your home. It's really the intention that matters. But a lot of people get lost kasi their intentions parang okay, rest, rest, rest. And then they read another crystal. This is for abundance. Ay, I want abundance then. I want to put it in the bedroom then kasi I want abundance. So stick to one intention. That's what's the most important thing you could ever
Mhm.
really learn about it. Um, but it's not limited to that kasi like me, I'm staying in a condo. And of course, hindi yung isang space is only intended for one purpose these days, right?
Yeah,
So
yes, that's true.
you can change it. You can change it. Kunwari, this place is for resting because kunyari, living room. But then you also work in your living room. Then you can change it. You can replace, kunyari, the amethyst. You can replace it with, for example, a carnelian. Ganun. It's not,
Mhm.
but every time that you would change it, you would intend something different for the space. Yun lang yung, um, I guess yun lang yung, may more preparations lang for it.
Okay. I think that's really important because that's also how we want to approach decluttering and organizing in your space. Be very specific with your intention. Like
Mm,
it would be easier not to backslide if your intention is really hardcore na that's what you're going to follow talaga. And it's also the same when you are also shopping for crystals. Like I
yeah.
can
Oo.
na parang you just go for a certain intention talaga and create that
Create that.
instead of having it's not bad to have too many things, but it
Mm.
would be easier to start with a specific intention so that you can really feel all the benefits right away, right? So
I was
like
thinking then, yeah.
yes, like go ahead.
I was thinking then, yeah, it's not really, since I sell crystal, but then it's not really, we don't really force people to buy crystals. So I think lang for those people, for the type 1 na crystal beginner, if you're hesitating to buy, will this work? Is this working? Um, Start with something you already have, and
Mm-hmm.
um, whatever you have, if you have an amethyst, then try it in your bedroom. If you have already a citrine, then try it on your um, where you store your money or where you
Mm-hmm.
want to feel energized.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you feel something and if it's helping you, that's the time that you can buy something else for a specific purpose. So at the very least, if you don't feel anything and you're not sensitive towards it, then maybe maybe not get another one if it's not working for you.
Oo.
I don't want for it to add clutter then in your home. And
Perfect.
so if you're sensitive, like a lot of empath these days, and then because we're staying a lot more nga at home, then if you feel the difference, then go for it. And then
Mhm.
don't become a type 2.
Never buy so many things.
uh, so yes, there.
Yeah. So like for those who are not really familiar about crystals, how does it work? Like
Mm,
is it parang basically how does it work? Kasi some
mm,
people like, baka decoration lang yan.
yeah, oo. I'm actually coming up also with a webinar about this. Um, the tagline is turning your crystal collection into an arsenal. It's because this is catering to to the type 2 customer that has a lot of crystals na at home, and then
Mm-mm.
don't know what to do with it anymore. Because a lot of crystal sellers or buyers sometimes yung fad kasi, and then just it's not bad to own, but to own a lot, but then I think it would be
Mm-mm.
better for people to understand how they can use it more um effectively. So this is parang an overview of how it works, which will be discussed if matapos ko na yung webinar, which is really
Nice,
fantastic.
nice.
So
Sige.
how does it work? Basically, everything is vibration. This is really the theory behind it. And then we as a person, since we are often affected by a lot of stimulus, a lot of outside forces like media, like our friends, family, we have unstable vibrations. But then crystals, like how big, no matter how big or small they have consistent composition, and they have consistent vibrations that they emit. That's why that's why for quartz they use it on watches, because it has
Yeah.
consistent pulse, and it has the most consistent pulse. Therefore, the time becomes consistent then. So,
Okay.
um, we are attracted. This is the catch. I think this is gonna explain why some people are drawn to negative energies then and to positive energies, because humans, us in general, um, we tend to tune into strong and continuous vibration, whether or not it's positive or negative. So it's up to us to decide which or where to tune in. So
Mm-mm.
this parang dito dumarating yung point where some people resonate more with red crystals or blue
Mm.
crystals. Doon nagkakaroon ng iba-ibang choices for the crystals. So, ganun siya nag-work. Um, that's why then, there's a book that I haven't finished reading. It's called Stick. They said na parang the fireflies, if there's a huge group of fireflies that's blinking, and then you put in like a smaller group of fireflies, they will start to synchronize together eventually. So that's how they
Oh,
yeah
parang
that's how they
communicate.
vibe. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's how we are
Cool.
with crystals then. So I hope um
Nice,
it's
nice.
somehow yes. So yun siya. That's the
Okay.
logic behind
So,
it.
so like if I were to have if I want a home that I will feel peaceful, what kind of crystals would it be? What crystals would you recommend?
Mm, first, I think the most it's also the bestseller because I think
Mm-mm.
it makes sense. It's the tourmaline door hanger, or any tourmaline actually
Mm-hmm.
behind the door, behind your front door specifically. Um,
Ah.
because tourmaline removes negativity, and then it
Mm-hmm.
transmutes positive energy. So a lot of people advise to put it behind the door. But
Mm-hmm.
then I decided to make it as a door hanger because you don't want it being pushed around. So,
Yes.
yun siya. So it's to keep the negativity, parang to leave the negativity behind the door. Parang pagpasok mo wala na yung
Mm-hmm.
negativity. Um, I think also you mentioned kanina about the Himalayan salt, which I think is
Ah,
more
yes.
for people. Yeah. Um, Salt is actually the most common crystal that you have at home. It's good for removing negative energies in general. So the Himalayan salt can serve as removing energy, or actually you can put your crystals near it to be cleansed. So you can put it near it or above it.
Ah.
So you don't need to moon bathe or sunbathe it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So um,
Is it
so you
okay
can
to
try
cleanse
it
like every
too.
night? I sorry, is it okay
Ako
like
hindi
ano,
kasi
kasi I have a salt somewhere here, like the Himalayan
yeah,
salt. So I just put my ring
yeah,
or put my
yeah, oo.
gem or
Mm,
crystal there, ganyan. Okay.
mm.
Cool. But basically, like,
Over
I have the Himalayan salt lamp in my room because of the red color. Na parang it
mm,
grounds me and parang ano, mas okay yung sleep namin dito. Like when we stay in the
yeah,
room right away, parang
mm,
ano na, relax na kaming family in the room.
mm.
So
Actually,
yun.
the red color kasi is actually yung medyo dark red, hindi yung bright red na Jollibee bright
Mhm.
red.
Ay,
The
oo
dark
naman.
the
Yeah.
dark red, yung maroon, actually helps you to sleep. So
Okay.
yun siya.
So,
Um,
basically, the crystals, we are able to use it to set the mood at home. So, like, if we
yes.
want the mood at home to be very relaxing and a place where we
Mm-mm.
can recuperate, we can put in certain crystals for that, specifically like salt, ganyan. Ah, okay.
Yes,
Awesome,
definitely
awesome.
yun yung ano. Especially now na like a lot of people are work from home. I think
Mm-hmm.
I think we're just so used to the energy at home that we don't notice how some places in our home is dragging, or I don't know, like there is like a place in our home sometimes that we tend to avoid. Like
Mm-hmm.
we
Yes.
don't like, yeah, lingering there. So maybe it tells you something about it energetically.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. And
Totoo. Well,
then
actually, every part of our house naman will say something about what's really going
yeah,
on
oo.
inside of us. Yeah.
Oo.
So there. Any more tips for us? Like we have some friends here over at Facebook and also in Instagram.
Uh,
Shane, CD, Doris, D. I love K Thinks, Mika B. David, Zapdan, Kit Kat. There's so many of them watching us over at ano at
mm,
Instagram also. So there's a question here on Facebook. Will the crystals from Grace? Will the crystals work even if not everyone in the house believe in it?
it will, as long as one person believes in it, especially if it's you. Um, if you bought it and you're energizing it, it will work
Mm-mm.
for no.
Mm-hmm.
Because for me, um, I will share this, but then I don't know if I will regret it in the future. The most economical, if you are a practitioner already, energy practitioner, the most economical thing to buy and to have. This is a must-have for everybody for every practitioner's home, is a four-piece clear quartz. Why? Because clear quartz are
Mm.
programmable. And that's also what I have. No matter what shape it is, it's in the four corners of my room. And then since I work here, I set I set intention, like before going live. I set intention that it helps me to communicate with the audience. And then at night before I sleep, I set the
Oh,
intention for it to
nice.
give me more rest, since clear quartz are programmable. So for for the spiritual practitioners, you can just put four clear quartz in your bedroom or wherever you
Mhm.
wanna wanna change, para changeable siya, hindi mo na kailangan to, yeah, put every time.
Mm-mm.
Because I'm
But
lazy too.
parang anyway, parang crystals naman are all natural parang resources. Just like
Mm,
how it works for the watches, parang it just has a physical effect on us, I
yeah.
guess.
Mm-mm.
So parang it will definitely work unless,
Oo.
well, naiba
Yeah.
talaga yung intention mo, I guess.
Mm.
If I'm
Yeah,
making
it's more,
sense.
it's really, it's for the highest good, but then it's also parang it's also more powerful if you set an intention for it. So yeah.
Yawn. I love it.
Thank you for that
So,
wonderful question.
yeah. So, if
I
you
think,
guys
yeah.
have questions, meron bang questions sa Instagram? Parang none naman. They can. So, yun. So far, that's the only question we have on Facebook. So, before we end, do you have another tip for us?
Mm, I guess to summarize, I guess that's the 3 points that kind of merge together. So to
Mm-hmm.
summarize lang, or yeah, for the people who are still watching, and if you have questions, it's best to type it out now, because
Yeah.
I'm summarizing the tips. So there are three actually, but kind of merged into one na rin eventually. So one is intention. Know your intention before buying. Know what you have. Yeah. So basta the intention. Um, know what your intention is. Two, do not go for all in one. This is not just for your house, but also for the bracelet and the things you wear. Um, go back to number one, and if you're falling for this, that you want everything in one bracelet, love, money, abundance, career, and all in one bracelet and in one room, it's not gonna work. Why? Because
Okay.
it's vibrations, and I always say this: if it's like symphonies. If it's not attuned together, it's not gonna sound good. Like if
Okay. I
you have
love
a
that.
major, yeah.
Mm-mm.
Thank you. So so yeah, and then the third
Ay,
one is actually start with what you already have.
mhm.
Um, I'm not gonna encourage you to, because some people, I believe some people are not really um sensitive towards it. So maybe
Mhm.
try with what you have. And if you feel
Yeah.
like it's making a difference, that's the time you invest more. And then,
Nice.
so that's the three tips that I have for you guys.
Perfect yun, yung sa second mo na ano, cannot go for all in one. Na parang
Mm.
although it's very productive and it's very ano, but
Oh,
it might also be parang messing up with the real intention that you want. So, and yun. Wait, I have another question here. Pwede din ba
yes.
yung more clear quartz to put on corners of my bed? I share bedroom with my sister kasi and I don't want to absorb her energies when I'm sleeping.
If this is your intention, if this is your only intention to protect yourself while you're sleeping, I think it's best to have the black tourmaline on four of corners of your bed, just to have like a separation from somebody else in your bedroom. Kung ito lang yung intention mo, but if you also want the changing of intention, then yes, go for the clear quartz.
Ah, nice, nice. Sige. Okay, parang ano siya, um, it's a good one, lalo na for people who are sharing
Yeah,
bedrooms.
bed. I get
Ayan.
it.
And ano, there's another question here. Need ba na malaki ang crystal o any size will do?
Yes, I was going for this. I was gonna talk about this one then sana. What if si Ali kasi has tumbled stones. But some of my customers have of course accessories and bracelets. It doesn't matter. For beginners it doesn't matter. Just use whatever you have. Even if it's a bracelet and you want to energize the room, then try your citrine bracelet and place it in the middle of the room. Um don't worry about the shapes as much. But for accessories, I always say go for something you would wear and something you would carry all the time, because that's why we make it as accessory. It's so you can carry it with you outside. And if it's
Mm-hmm.
like 20 and then you can't wear it because it's too big, then it's not gonna work and sayang lang siya. So a big or small, whatever you're comfortable with, go for that one.
Mm-hmm. No, thanks. Thank you, Casey. And we have one more from Jeepney Milk Bear. May bearing ba if magkaiba yung shade ng crystal, kunyari amethyst na lighter in color at amethyst na darker ang shade ng purple?
Hmm. 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 Um. Hmm. In If you are already in advance and if you can already understand this question, yes, meron. But for beginners, it doesn't matter for beginners because amethyst is usually for peace and for calming.
Mm-hmm.
The lighter ones is just really for more for meditation, and then
Mm-hmm.
the darker one is also for just really calming down. So it's kind of the same, but at some point you get, if you're advancing um with crystals, you would notice there are slight differences. So eventually, if you reach that point, then I can tell you more about it. But for now,
Ah,
I think
okay.
it doesn't matter for the beginners.
Okay. Interesting, interesting. There's a wealth of information when it comes to crystals talaga. And ano, I think I have one more question. Ano, is there an extra power if yung citrine daw ilagay sa prosperity corner of the house? May
Yes,
ganun ba?
yes, definitely.
Yes.
Citrine is best in the prosperity corner, or
Mhm.
sometimes if it's not too big, people put it in the inside their wallets. Even if kunwari you have an
Ah.
accessory na citrine but you don't use it as much, then just put it inside your wallet or where you keep your bank accounts, passbooks. Yeah. It's
Cool.
really
Pwede. O sige. Yuck! O
or
sige naman ako.
or or for people who have businesses, they put it inside the cash
Mhm.
register. So there you go for the citrine.
Nice, nice,
And
nice, nice.
then
I
actually
love
for
it.
super active kids, I'm not joking when a doctor, somebody from the US came to us and she just told us na the doctor, parang she did everything and then the kid is so hyper. The only thing that helped her kid is when she placed amethyst in the middle of her house. So kids are especially really
Ah.
sensitive towards it. So if you have
Mm.
kids, yun,
Sige,
it will be
thank
good for
you.
them.
Feeling ko na-sense mo yun eh. Na-sense mo yun sa bahay namin, 'no?
So yun
Yeah,
siya.
because the energies of kids talaga are really dynamic. So,
And
yeah, I think that would
and I
really make
think
sense, 'no?
this is the last because I think like I've encountered a lot of people who have this problem. Um, I don't know if how to ano, if there are some energies or spirits that is kind of bothering you. Um, Space clearing for Ali, and then
Mhm.
with Ali, and then tourmaline, black tourmaline would also help. So yeah.
Hmm.
I just
Yeah.
remembered because maraming ganun na pagka may pumupunta sa amin about space, it's always about that. So I think I just needed to address that one. So yun.
Oo.
Mm.
Yes. Wow, thank you for sharing with us some helpful tips for the home. Grabe, gusto ko yung yung sa amethyst for kids.
Oh,
Yeah, parang
yun
just
siya.
to balance, I guess. Pero yun, and especially since a lot of us are staying at home, so it really does make sense. Kasi setting an intention for your space is really important. Whether it's a place for rest, a place for productivity, a place for your creativity, as long as you set the intention, then it will be easier to make things happen for you at home. So there. So before we go, do you have anything to announce or promote to everybody who's watching us?
Yun, hopefully they can wait for the webinar I am creating. Actually, I forgot about it. Ali was asking me about the thing I was gonna promote. I was like, yeah, baka, I'm thinking of mid-February if all goes
Mhm.
well. Yun, turning your crystal collection into an arsenal will be the tagline. I'm still thinking of a title. um, and then I want it to be experiential sana. So as much as possible, I
Mhm.
want to impart. everything I know on it. So please wait for it. And then the website made by kca.com. So if you have
Yeah.
questions for for me or for Ali, just for me it's Instagram. I'm more active on Instagram.
Uh-uh. Me naman, I'm more active on Facebook, but I'm also getting more active on Instagram. Thanks also to Casey. So, but before we go, I'd just like to invite you guys to join me tomorrow. We have a
Oh
webinar
yeah.
called Intentional Decluttering for Joyful Abundance. So, I will teach you how decluttering and abundance make sense together. Last week, I did how to set intentions for your space. So, if you want to catch that again, I will have another round sometime next week. So apart from the intentional decluttering for joyful abundance, you just message me if you want to join. So it will be on Zoom. The next thing
Mm.
I would like to mention to everyone who's watching, I also have one-on-one alignment sessions. So it's really you aligning who you are to your space, and that's how you will do your decluttering and organizing. But if you don't want to be an if you would like to do it together with some people, like in a group coaching program, I also have one and it's starting on February 10th. So I'm actually very excited because it's the first thing that I really wanted to promote for from decluttering and organizing, to do it together with some friends. You can do it for your self care. You can do it for your deeper awareness of yourself, because everything in our space means something to us. So it's really relevant to do this right now, especially everyone staying at home. So
Mm.
there you go. So you guys who are watching, thank you for your time. Thank you. And we'll catch you again sometime next week. Next week is all about aromatherapy. I have a guest who's going to talk about aromatherapy in your home. And then the week after that, we'll talk about how to spruce up your space. So this is really me helping everybody who's watching us how to transform your own spaces. And you can also transform your life while you transform your space. So there. Casey, thank you again for making this
Thank
my first
you.
ever FB live, first FB live for the year,
Congratulations.
and IG live ever. Thank you. So
Yay.
if you guys have questions, just message us on Facebook and also on Instagram. So
See you.
have a good dinner, guys. See you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. How do I live end this?
May X doon sa ibabaw.
Ayun. Bye.
Bye.